Welcome back to the Civivi Studio USA, everybody. Today we have a really fun surprise. I received one of my packages from the team over in China, and that has all of my new samples in it. So we're going to go through the ultimate unboxing today, and I'm going to show you what I've got. So I get these packages about once a month, and they're always full of fun surprises. We get new releases. Sometimes I get products that we want to promote just a little bit more. Or any special requests that I have for giveaways or other items like that. I'm not sure entirely what is in this box, so let's go ahead and open it up and take a look. And to do that today, I'm going to use one of my favorite new knives, the Ortis. All right. We've got a packing list. And a whole bunch of knives. First knives we've got on top here are Wii knives. This is the Yakula kitchen knife. I'm going to quickly empty this box, and then we'll go through each of the items that are in it in a little bit more detail. Got a couple of those. Looks like a couple of fixed blades. This is the new Planck knife. Excited about that one. Alright, we've got some more fixed blades. The M2 Backup. This one is hitting dealers this month, so you should be able to see this one pretty soon. Available for sale. I've got a brand new Keen Nadder. I'm not sure how we're going to say that yet. The Pintail. Pintail is going to be available also this month, December. Keen Nadder will be available just a little bit later, probably January-ish. Another Pintail. A couple of Badlands Vagabonds. Badlands Vagabonds are also going to be hitting dealers sometime this month. A couple more Pintails. I'll be able to show you several different colors. And I've got a couple more Civivis, and then looks like we've got some Wii in here. A couple more Keen Nadders. Nadders? You tell me, how should we say that? I'm sure there's a proper pronunciation, I'll have to figure it out. Oh, we've got some mini Synergies. Been really excited about these. This is a Jimmo Young design for Wii knives. Another mini Synergy, the Wii Pier, another Pier, a couple more Piers, Pier, lots of different colors available in the Pier. And the new Wii Screech. Looks like that's it. Okay, let's get these boxes open and we'll show you these knives. Alright, first one out of the box, we've got the Savvi Plank. This is a new fixed blade, and you guys get to see most of the stuff actually on this video at the same time that I do. So we get to all enjoy the new product together. That's my excuse for not knowing how to pronounce some of this stuff. I am literally just starting to learn about it. Here's the spec sheet for it. Comes with a nice Kydex sheath with a Civivi T-clip on it. Your cleaning wipe and the blade. This design right here, I'm going to go ahead and pick up my spec sheet right here. I have a hard time pronouncing this name. This is a Polish designer, Maciej Torbe. something like that. Tell me how to pronounce it if you know. This is an overall length of 7.43 inches. The blade is 2.87 inches. And it comes in at 2.24 ounces. It's a D2 blade with a flat grind. You see, very, very generous blade on this knife. One of the things that I think is really cool about it, when you look at the way that this handle is shaped, you can hold it in a couple of different ways, right? With your typical grip, I guess we'll just call it, and then a choked up version where you've got this nice finger choil right here that allows you to get a nice choked up grip with jimping on the top for your thumb so that you can get a really nice grip on that to do some really good work. It's one piece, solid, D2. So I'm going to open up this Kydex sheath here, show you the T-clip. So it's a slick design, the T-clip right here. It was designed by Bob Terzola, and it's really easy to just clip that onto your belt or your backpack or whatever it is that you're going to put it on. And it's set up out of the box for a tip-down carry on the side of your belt. But when you play around with it a little bit, you can find some different alternative ways to set it up using these different screw holes and the spaces on the Kydex sheath there that are available. Off camera, I played around with this one for a little bit. This is the black version, by the way. Same thing, just in black. So I played around with this one a little bit and set the clip up so that you can mount this on the small of your back. And it's kind of cool because the handle curves up, and so it doesn't stick out too far past your back there. It gets it kind of a nice carry for a small of the back carry. So I thought that was cool. All right, we got a lot of knives to go through, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on each of them. Next up, we've got the Civivi M2 Backup. And I apologize, I have to do a little bit of cleanup in between each knife so that I don't end up with a massive mess on my desk here. And I did forget to mention that the MSRP on the Planck is $58. You'll see that in stores for typically around $49.90 is what you're going to see that hitting dealers at. Okay, the M2 Backup. This is an Alex Weiss design with an overall length of 7.81 inches. Blade length of 3.9 inches, 3.09, sorry, and handle length of 4.72. This knife gives you plenty of handle to work with for sure. This is the olive version. It's available in 3 different colors, olive, tan, and black. I'll pull those out and show those to you in just a minute here. Get you a good look here. It's got the recessed lanyard attach point there. This is a D2 blade. It's got a hollow grind on it, which is going to make it extremely slicey for a fixed blade. G10 handle. MSRP of $70. You'll see it at dealers for right around $59. Alright, so here I've got the black out, the black G10, and the tan. And this is showing you the Kydex sheath that it comes with right here. Again, it's got the Bob Terzola T-clip on there, which is nice. You just pinch it and swing it open and you can pop it on your belt. I'm actually looking forward to talking to Alex about this design. I'm going to get a little bit more information about it, and I'll pass that on to you guys after I get that information from Alex. Just to learn a little bit more about the design, what ideas went into the concept behind this knife, and I'm just really interested to learn about it. I think it's a really cool fixed blade. All right, next one we're going to talk about here is the Pintail. This one has received a lot of chatter. I know that you guys are really interested in this knife. So I'm glad to be able to show you one, or a few, when I pull out the other colors. This particular model is the Damascus blade, and again another one of these tough words. Kuiburtia wood. Sorry, I don't know how to say that. But this is a really pretty knife. And it's got a flipper tab and a thumb stud. Super snappy action on that. This is the black Damascus. It's got that hand rubbed black finish on it to give it that really, really dark, nice look. A deep carry clip. Like I said, Damascus blade on this particular model. The others that I'm going to show you are an S35 VN, which is a super nice steel that Civivi started putting in some of the higher end Civivi versions. Just wanted to pull out an Elementum for size comparison because they're actually very similar in size. You'll see the overall length on the Pintail is 6.92 inches, blade length of 2.98, and a weight of 2.76 ounces. A hollow ground blade with a really cool shape to it, drop point blade. But again, very similar in size to the Elementum, which most of you are familiar with already. One of the big differences is that the Pintail adds a thumb stud, and it's available in S35 VN and this black Damascus. So let me pull out the other colors. I might have to pull up a couple more notes to make sure I get all the colors correct, but we've got a brown micarta, olive micarta, or dark green micarta with a black stonewash blade, and an olive micarta with a satin finish blade. So it looks like the only one that I'm missing on the table right now is the black G10 with Damascus blade. But the action on this is super smooth with both the thumb stud and the flipper. You've got jimping on the top for your thumb, stainless steel liners, liner lock, and stainless steel deep carry pocket clip with a lanyard hole. This is going to make a really nice daily carry knife. Alright, and before I put my paper away, the Pintail, that one is going to be hitting your dealers mid-December, end of December. It's already available in some of the European markets. That one has an MSRP of 98 bucks, and you'll probably see it for around $84 at dealers. Next knife. The Keen Nadder. There's two D's, so it must be Nadder. This is designed by Civivi knife. So is the Pintail. That was the Civivi design. We've got on the Keen Nadder an overall length of 8.2 inches with a 3.4 inch blade. You guys have been asking for different kinds of steel to change things up. This is one of them where we did that. This has got a Bowler N690 blade steel. The Keen Nadder has a really unique or fun, I guess, blade style. You've got a little bit of a curve on the bottom leading into that tanto point there. It's got multiple grind angles on it, giving it a little bit of style, and a fuller next to your thumb stud there. Jimping on the top, it's a fairly thick blade. The thickness is 0.15 inches, 3.7 millimeters. Really small back spacer in the back, G10 back spacer. G10 handles. And this one, MSRP on this is 85 bucks with a map price of about $72, $73 is what you'll probably be able to find this one at. Alright, so right out the gates, for the Keen Nadder, there's going to be three colors available. There's the brown micarta, olive micarta, and the black G10. And this is really feels nice in your hand. It's got a very thin handle top to bottom. The thickness of the handle is a ½ inch, 12.7 millimeters. But it's really easy to get a nice grip on there, and an interesting shape on the finger choil there, which I'm kind of digging. got a little bit of a beveled edge on the top of the grip right there to contour that handle a little bit. Alright, next knife we've got is the Badlands Vagabond. This one is a cousin or a brother to the Ortis. We've talked a little bit about how Civivi tends to bring out some similar styles that are just a little bit different, kind of give everybody a chance to get what they like. This is one of those scenarios. I'll show you it right next to this Ortis here. The Badlands Vagabond has an overall length of 7.48 inches, blade length of 3.25, it's 2.97 ounces. It's got the FRN scales on it, flipper tab, and thumb studs. I love the Civivi and the Wii thumb stud action. It's if you haven't tried it yet, you need to get your hands on one of these. The way that they run these on their ceramic bearings, it just rockets out. Oops, I just failed it there, but it just rockets out. I've always liked thumb studs a little bit better than flipper tabs personally. I know most people are into the flipper tabs, but I think they're doing an awesome job with the thumb studs on these. Alright, more specs. We've got this available in a few different colors. I'll pull the different colors out in a second here. We've got blade steel of 9CR18 MOV on this guy, hollow ground blade, and like I said, it's the FRN handle scales, fiberglass reinforced nylon. So a lot of guys prefer G10 to the FRN. The Civivi FRN, however, is a unique blend that actually has a very, very similar feel to the G10 scales. In fact, when I first got the Ortis and pulled it out, I thought it was G10. It wasn't until I started looking through the specs that I realized it was FRN. So it's a little bit different than the Civivi Wyvern that you might be familiar with, that has it's a little bit more hollow feeling. These are a nice dense FRN scale that feel really good in the hand. Now, I told you I'd show it to you next to the Ortis. Look at that. The handle is almost identical. In fact, the scales might be interchangeable. You've got a reversible pocket clip, so it can be right or left-handed tip-up carry. And really the only difference between these two knives right here is that on the Badlands Vagabond, you get the thumb stud as well as the flipper tab, and the shape of the blade, where you've got a clip point on the Ortis and a drop point on your Badlands Vagabond. So, whichever is your style, we've got one for you. I'm not a huge clip point fan, but I think they nailed it on this one. I actually really like the Ortis. It's become one of my favorite carry knives. So I pulled up the other Badlands Vagabond that I've got. It's the olive handle with black stonewash blades. So right now, out of the gates, we're going to have a tan and a green available. And to compare that with the Ortis, we've got the green and black. We've got black and satin. We've got the murdered out version. And a really fancy looking carbon fiber with Damascus blade. That's a good looking knife. Alright, let's see. I think the next knives, that's all the Civivis that I got in my box. The rest of the knives were Wii knives, and I'm going to make you jump over to the Wii channel. We've got a separate channel for our Wii knives from the Wii Studio USA, which you'll see looks very similar to the Civivi Studio. Anyhow, jump over there to the Wii channel and take a look at the overview for the Wii knives. Alright, so that's it for today's ultimate unboxing. Why don't you go ahead and leave me some comments down below to let me know which knives you like best, what you're most excited about, which ones you have to have, which ones you can miss, and what you would like a little bit more information on so that we can go in depth on some of those knives. Let us know which ones you want to go in depth on, and we'll get those videos up just as soon as we can. Thanks for dropping in, and we should give something away. Josh, what should we give away? Grab a knife off the table, Josh. Something that there's a few of. Josh does our video. He's with B Alpha Media. Appreciate Josh being here. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's do this. You know what we ought to do? We ought to give this away to one of our current subscribers right now on the video. This is a Plethrus Damascus blade with brass handles. Nice choice there. So not one of the new knives that we have today on the table, but one of our best-selling knives, the Plethrus, and this is a newish released version with the black Damascus and the brass handle. So good choice there, Josh. I'm going to go ahead and choose a winner for this off of our YouTube subscribers right now. All right, so I got our subscribers up here, and we're selecting a random subscriber. Ian Barnes. Ian Barnes, you are the winner of the Plethrus. Send us a message. I'll send you a message to make sure and let you know. But congratulations, you win the Plethrus. So make sure that you're subscribed in order to get in on future giveaways. We'll try and do them as often as we can. And you don't want to miss out on any of the spontaneous giveaways or our bigger giveaways like we did with the Damascus and Damascus Elementum that we gave away just recently. So make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.